of our gravity. Home is not a privilege that is granted by Her Majesty. A home is our right, a place to raise our family. Home is where we go for tranquility and sanctity. Home is where we feel at peace and we can have some privacy, where I can voice my thoughts and nobody tries to silence me. Home is where commotion turns to settling dust. Home is where we raise our kids to be better than us. And home is more than just a house. Home is where there's unity. Home is where we gather. Home is our communities. Home is the connection that we share when we trust. Home is not about me. Home is about us. Home is the guiding light within that we feel drawn to. Home is the source of our creation we belong to. Let them try with their lies meant to pull us apart. We always find our way home because we know it by heart. All these lonely roads, they wind and bend. They find me friends, they lead me home. And I know no matter where I roam, I'm watching love from high above. I'm not alone. Home is our cities, our states, and our countries. Home is the earth below, the sky above me. Home is the truth we instinctively know, helping us to find home everywhere that we go. But there's many false prophets trying to lead us astray, who want to tell us what to do, but not hear what we say. They ignore us while they play their game of righteous pretend, like we don't notice that their rules ain't applying to them. While our children have lost their future, made to cover up their faces, forced to get injections for attendance at their favorite places. Where does it end? When we take to the streets, the government won't call a hearing, they just call the police. And to the faceless stormtroopers, where is your humanity? Just following orders is no excuse for your insanity. It's time to cut the rod out at the source like a cavity. It's time to go home and realize that we're a family. All these lonely roads, they wind and bend. They find me friends, they lead me home. And I know no matter where I roam, I'm watching love from high above. I'm not alone. Do you recognize this country? Is this the way you like to live? Constantly harassed to put a mask upon your wife and kids. Cops with riot packs who like to act as if no rights exist. Alive, but we're not really living. What kind of life is this? The world is full of risks, but we don't need protection, cause all of their solutions are much worse than the infection. If we want resolution, we need unity, not politics. Why should we trust somebody who's broken so many promises? But maybe this was meant to be and had to happen all along. The cycle's always spinning and it's darkest right before the dawn. It's funny, to the point of laughing out loud, cause what they said would never happen, well it's happening now. And so many are waking up. Welcome to the front lines. The ones who know behind the clouds will always be the sunshine. You and I see through the lies, no longer alone. And let the compass in our souls guide and carry us home. All these lonely roads, they wind and bend. They find me friends, they lead me home. And I know no matter where I roam, I'm watching love from high above. I'm not alone. All these lonely roads lead me home. Watching love from high above, I'm not alone. All these lonely roads, they wind and bend. They find me friends, they lead me home. And I know no matter where I roam, I'm watching love from high above. I'm not alone. Take me home.
To underline that close to 90% of truckers in this country are vaccinated, like close to 90% of Canadians. Over the past many months and years now, Canadians have stepped up to protect each other, to protect our frontline workers, to protect our elders, to protect our young people, to protect people like truckers who are putting food on our grocery store shelves. Canadians have stepped up to do the right thing, to protect the freedoms and the rights of Canadians.
I want to throw a shout out to the truckers in this Freedom Convoy 2022. My goodness, you guys have no idea how much what you're doing means to me and my family. See, my husband, he got myocarditis after his first dose. And the doctors have refused an exemption for the second one. Which means he had to hang up his hat as lieutenant at our local fire hall. He can't participate in certain parts of society. You know, that's not the worst part. The worst part is his heart is injured. And the vaccine-injured people are being ignored. They're being called crazy. They're being called coincidences. And enough is enough. Enough is enough. So thank you from the bottom, the very, very bottom of our hearts. I appreciate every single one of you. And for the first time in a long time, I actually have hope.
To get back to the things we love to do. We know the way through this pandemic is by getting everyone vaccinated. And the overwhelming majority, close to 90% of Canadians, have done exactly that.
What do you guys think? A good idea? Oh, let's not put a big Canadian flag on the back of his pickup. Let me slow down here a little bit and give you guys hopefully a little bit of a view.
Vaccine mandate for cross-border truckers is now in effect for Canada. But for an industry that is already facing staffing shortages, there's a worry more drivers will now leave, affecting an already crippled supply chain. The new federal mandate requires Canadian truckers to quarantine if they are unvaccinated coming back into the country. Barry Prentice, professor of supply chain management at the University of Manitoba, says this will have a major impact on a supply chain that has already been hit hard. But the main question that comes to Prentice's mind over this, why?
These same drivers are the heroes that were risking their lives with an unknown disease and no vaccine and nothing to bring food to us. And then all of a sudden now, well, they're at risk.
According to the Canadian Trucking Alliance, around 70% of the roughly $650 billion in trade between Canada and the U.S. moves by truck. There are also 120,000 Canadians who operate cross-border and around 40,000 licensed U.S. drivers that travel the north-south trade route. Prentice says this mandate showcases the government's lack of awareness on trade.
Where's our lettuce and tomatoes going to come from?
Our concern is the strict compliance with it, and to be honest, our concern is also the timelines of getting people to comply with it.
Mike Millian, president of Private Motor Truck Council of Canada, says the trucking industry was already dealing with a shortage of 23,000 drivers before the mandate. Now the mandate is in place and says the shortage will worsen.
Our surveys have indicated that roughly 20% of Canadian drivers are unvaccinated, and roughly 50% of the 40,000 U.S. cross-border drivers are unvaccinated. So we're looking at removing at least a fifth of the workforce.
Salil Prabhakar from Reserve Transport Services in Oak Bluff, Manitoba, says it's great that the vaccine mandate is in place.
Everybody had enough chance to get vaccinated, and they should now should be vaccinated. All our drivers are vaccinated. We have provided all the resources that they needed to get vaccinated. So I don't think so there is any fuss about getting vaccinated, and it's a good initiative for everybody.
But Professor Barry Prentice says exceptions need to be made, and this, he believes, should be one of them.
We depend on them. We certainly owe them more respect than they're being given.
The U.S. plans to implement...
It's now clear, at least in this Omicron wave of the pandemic, that lockdown policies can cause harm in our communities, often with little or virtually no benefit. They cause economic harm by taking away jobs and removing family livelihoods. They cause...
The plumber's got a drip in his spigot. The mechanic's got a blink in his car. And the preacher's thinking thoughts that are wicked. And the lover's got a lonely heart. And my friends ain't the way I wish they were. They are just the way they are. And I will be my brother's keeper, not the one who judges him. I won't despise him for his weakness. I won't regard him say that she's a fallen angel. I wonder if she recalls when she last flew. There's no point in pointing fingers unless you're pointing to the truth. And I will be my brother's keeper, not the one who judges him. I won't despise him for his weakness. I won't regard him for his strength. I won't take away his freedom. I will help him learn to stand. And I will be my brother's keeper. I will be my brother's keeper, not the one who judges him. I won't despise him for his weakness. I won't regard him for his strength. I won't take away his freedom. I will help him learn to stand. And I will be my brother's keeper.
Quiet and peaceful moonlit night. Though I'm tired and sleepless, troubled inside, my eyes open wide. Uncommon pain in common places, they're in a dozen faces, all calling my name. Their hands reach for mine, and they're crying, don't look away. See, I've been wounded. Don't turn your face. See, my face is your own. Don't look away. Put your arms around me. Don't go closing your eyes to the truth as you pray. Face to face with the anger inside me. The face of love is hiding.
We're coming into heading lane.
I'm too hurt to say.
Wow. Oh, I wish I could roll my window down. Look at this.
Wish I was
Hi, heading lane.
where you
Look at this.
always wanted. Give you my best.
Oh, look at this.
I'll pray for the best. I'm praying. Don't look away. See how I've been wounded. Don't turn your face. See my face is your own. Don't look away. Tenderness and moonbeams. I'm not closing my eyes to the truth as I pray. Don't look away. Feel the hands and feet of a Savior, so blind to all that matters. Still he can see, his voice reaches me, and he's saying, don't look away, don't turn your face. Don't look away, don't look away. I'm not closing my eyes. Don't look away. See, I've been wounded. Don't turn your face. See, my face is your own. Don't look away. Don't go closing your eyes. Don't look away. there's nothing wrong, but my heart can feel right through your camouflage. Don't try to tell me you'll be strong, I've been there too. I know this road is hard. Oh, yeah.
When the ache feels stronger than the strength you feel inside, it's there when your weakness, His grace will abide. Just let me send down a prayer. I cry for help to heaven from here. Just let me send down a prayer. Speak hope into despair for you. Let me send down a prayer for you.
We're here to help each other, weather these storms together in the name of love. Oh, yes. But that's what friends are all about. Here to help each other out when the push comes to shove.
I'll pray you through anything you may face. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause I'll plead your case. Just let me send down a prayer. I'll cry for help to heaven from here. Just let me send down a prayer. Speak hope into despair for you. There's no need to worry, 'cause I'm in your corner. No matter how the road may I'll pray you do anything you may face. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause I'll plead your case.
A prayer away.
Let me send down a prayer. I cry for help to heaven from here. Send down a prayer for you. Send down a prayer for you.
Send out a prayer for you.
This is absolutely insane, Canada. This is absolutely awesome. Some more yesterday coming through. Medicine Hat. Is that correct? You're in China, actually, Belgium, or White City, and Emerald. I can't tell you how awesome that was to see. We're for a little peek here, but minus 25 degrees outside. You guys are sitting outside with burning barrels and your fireworks, cheering us on. Prairies, you guys are kicked ass. I want Manitoba to be better today. Let's keep this up. Unbelievable. Thank you guys. Love you from the bottom of my heart. We have a crowd of people here. An awesome crowd. Organizations came out last night from Weyburn, Moose Jaw, Regina. There's more food than I knew I'd probably ever seen before. Amazing. Thank you, Canada.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's
is a candle in every soul, some brightly burning, some dark and cold. There is a spirit who brings a fire, ignites a candle, and makes his own. So carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn, and hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. Frustrated brother, see how he's trying to light his own candle some other way. See now your sister, she's been robbed and lied to, still holds a candle without a flame. So carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the lonely, the tired and worn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. 'Cause we are a family whose hearts are blazing. So let's raise our candles and light up the sky, praying to our Father in the name of Jesus. Make us a beacon in darkest times. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the helpless, deceived and poor. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Carry your candle, run to the dark, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. I feel like Moses facing the Red Sea, all the disciples looking out on the multitudes to feed. Lord, I followed you too far to think of turning back. It all seems so impossible unless I face the fact. If it's gonna get done, you're gonna have to do it. Then this world will come to see your power through it.
freedom convoy, ain't you beautiful sight? Come on, join our convoy, nothing gonna get in our way. We gonna roll this trucking convoy across Canada. Convoy.
I'm just a prisoner of habit when worry comes to call. I know miracles to you are the commonplace, but you'll have to pardon me if I stand here amazed.
If it's gonna get done, you're gonna have to do it. Then this world will come to see your power through it. Father, I trust you, I believe it's true. If it's gonna get done, it's gonna have to come from you. What a thrill when this world can see. It's not something that I did for you, it's something that you did through me. If it's gonna get done, you're gonna have to do it. Then this world will come to see your power through it. Father, I trust you, I believe it's true. If it's gonna get done, it's gonna have to come from you. It's gonna have to come from you. From you,
That the small fringe minority of people who are on the way to Ottawa or who are holding unacceptable views that they're expressing do not represent the views of Canadians who have been there for each other, who know that following the science.
it's gotta come from
In the darkness, where everything is unknown, I face the power of sin on my own. I did not know of a place I could go where I could find a way to heal my wounded soul. He said that I could come into his presence without fear, into the holy place where his mercy hovers dear. I'm running to the mercy seat where Jesus is calling. He said his grace would cover me, his blood will flow freely, it will provide the healing. I'm running to the mercy
told the ocean you can only come this far, and to show the moon where to hide till evening, whose words alone can catch a falling star. Well, I know my Redeemer lives. I know my Redeemer lives. All of creation testifies, this life within me cries. I know my Redeemer lives. Yeah, the very same God that spins things in orbit runs to the weary, the worn, and the weak, and the same gentle hands that hold me when I'm broken, they conquer death to bring me victory. Well, I know my Redeemer lives. I know my Redeemer lives. All of creation testifies, this life within me cries. I know my Redeemer, He lives to take away my sins, and He lives forever. I'll proclaim, amount of pain that bought my sin was the precious life He gave. I know He's alive, there's an empty grave. I know my Redeemer lives. I know my Redeemer lives. All of creation testifies, this life within me cries. I know my Redeemer lives. My Redeemer lives. He lives. I know
The small fringe minority of people who are on their way to Ottawa or who are holding unacceptable views that they're expressing do not represent the views of Canadians.
Yes, He lives. I know my Redeemer, He lives.
When you're up against the wall, when your mountain seems so tall, and you realize life's not always fair, you can run away and hide, let the old man decide. You can change your circumstances with a prayer. When everything falls apart, praise His name. When you have a broken heart, raise your hands and say, Lord, you're all I need. You're everything to me, and you'll take the pain away.
it seems you're all alone. Praise His name when you feel you can't go on. Just raise your hands and say, greater is He that is within me, and you can praise the hurt
to do so. It's whether we recognize rights when it's difficult, when it's unpopular. We are a society that stands up for people's rights, and when governments fail to respect people's rights, we all end up paying.
What you got, make 'em wish that they were not on the outside looking for. Shine, let it shine before all men. Let 'em see good works and then let 'em glorify the Lord.
That the small fringe minority of people who are on their way to Ottawa or are holding unacceptable views that they're expressing do not represent the views of Canadians who have been there for each other, who know that following the science and stepping up to protect each other is the best way to continue to ensure our freedoms, our rights, our values. Fringe minority of people who are on their way to Ottawa or who are holding unacceptable views.
Well, I woke up this morning feeling fine. I woke up with heaven on my mind. I woke up with joy in my soul, 'cause I knew my Lord had control. Well, I knew I was walking in the light, 'cause I've been on my knees in the night. And I prayed till the Lord gave a sign, and now I'm feeling mighty fine. Well, I'm feeling mighty fine. I've got heaven on my mind. Don't you know I wanna go where the milk and honey flow. There's a light that always shines down inside this heart of mine. I've got heaven on my mind, and I'm feeling mighty fine. All the time we're walking and talking as we climb. We're traveling the road to the sky, where I know I'll live when I die. He's been telling me all about that land, and he tells me that everything is grand, and he says that a home will be mine. And now I'm feeling mighty fine. Well, I'm feeling mighty fine. Yes, I'm feeling fine. I got heaven on my mind.
close to 90% of truckers in this country are vaccinated, like close to 90% of Canadians. Over the past many months and years now, Canadians have stepped up to protect each other, to protect our frontline workers, to protect our elders, to protect our young people, to protect people like truckers who are putting food on our grocery store shelves. Canadians have stepped up to do the right thing, to protect the freedoms and the rights of Canadians to get back to the things we love to do. We know the way through this pandemic is by getting everyone vaccinated. And the overwhelming majority, close to 90% of Canadians, have done exactly that. The small fringe minority of people who are on their way to Ottawa, who are holding unacceptable views that they're expressing, do not represent the views of Canadians who have been there for each other, who know that following the science, stepping up to protect each other, is the best way to continue to ensure our freedoms, our rights, our values as a country.
Whenever you have 5 or 10,000 people who are part of any group, you're bound to have a number who have or say unacceptable things. And they should be individually responsible for the things they say and do. But that doesn't mean we disparage the thousands of hardworking, law-abiding, and peaceful truckers who, quite frankly, have kept all of you alive the last 2 years by filling your grocery shelves with the food that you eat and filling your homes with the products that you rely upon. I think that it is possible to hold individually responsible anyone who says or does anything unacceptable, while showing support for the hardworking, law-abiding, peace-loving truckers who are fighting for their freedom and their livelihoods, and on whom we have depended for our very existence over the last 2 years.
Creating the divide between two different types of people when we've always been together as one, and now it's just complete separation, and it's devastating.
I believe we have to protect our rights as citizens. This isn't about a vaccine or no vaccine. It's about what we're able to do every day.
The OPP is aware of potential protests that will be coming through the GTA area through until Saturday. We're expecting vehicles, large and small, converging into the GTA area from different areas across the province, Western Ontario, from the north, as well as down from Niagara. Officers will be monitoring and observing activities, and we certainly understand our role in this is to keep our highway safe and our communities safe.
Wow, this is a huge, look, they go forever. This is by Atchison outside of Edmonton, heading to Calgary, January 23rd, 2022, convoy. More than trucks, lots of cars and trucks. Very impressive. Goes on forever.
forgiveness. I know that life can let you down. I'm not blind, no, I don't need a witness to tell me there's angels all around. My eyes have seen more than they want to. My heart, the scars that run so deep. There's tears that I've had to look up. There's dreams I told myself I keep. Now I don't